Most men never fix premature ejaculation, not because it's hard to solve, but because they've been using the wrong techniques. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to thrust to last longer in bed and the rules to live by to ensure you can last over 10 minutes with ease. So let's start with rule number 1. If you always start sex the exact same way, in the same position and in the same place, and that's where you usually finish too quickly, your brain starts to associate that situation with losing control. So the first step is to change the pattern. Next time, try starting in the standing position and in a different location than usual. Having your feet on the floor helps ground your body, brings you back into the present moment, and makes it much easier to stay out of your head. When you change the position and the environment, you interrupt that old pattern and begin creating new neural pathways in your brain that make lasting longer much easier. But changing the position isn't going to work if you're still thrusting the same way you always have. And this next technique is what determines whether you stay in control or lose it completely. So many men make the mistake of trying to emulate what they see in porn, and they go as fast and as hard as they can right away. They think this is what the professionals are doing, so it must be what women want. But here's what most guys don't realize. This immediately puts you into a performance mindset. It overstimulates your nervous system and makes it really difficult to last longer in bed. When you first enter your partner, you need to take it slow and start with a grinding motion instead of immediately thrusting in and out. Number 1, she needs time to warm up. And number 2, so do you. Focus on slow, connected movements with your pelvis in more of a grinding motion instead of just pounding away. This will create less friction on your penis, so you won't be overly sensitive, and it will enable you to stay more in control. The first 1 to 2 minutes of penetration are crucial, and if you rush them, you'll finish before she's even getting started. But when you start with that grinding motion, you're no longer trying to survive the experience, you're leading it. And you're setting the pace. And once you control the pace, the next step is learning how to control the angle. Guys who struggle to last during sex almost always get stuck around that 2-minute mark. This is the ceiling we need to break through so you can finally relax and realize, wow, I have nothing to worry about. And to do that, we're going to continue with the same theme of teasing the pleasure. Instead of going hard and fast straight down the middle, which is extremely difficult to control in the beginning, we're going to hit the sides. Angle your hips slightly to one side and continue with that slow grinding motion. Most men never do this, and they miss a huge opportunity. Not only will you start stimulating your partner in places she has never felt before, but you'll also be able to stay in control, taking your time instead of getting overstimulated by going too hard and too fast. And once you break through that 2-minute ceiling, that's when you can start using the most powerful technique for lasting longer in bed. Now, instead of thrusting the exact same way over and over again, we're going to start creating some contrast. We're going to tease the deeper stimulation instead of giving it every single time. And this does 2 very important things. First, it reduces the stimulation for you so you don't become overly sensitive. And second, it actually increases the stimulation for her because most of the nerve endings are located within the first 1 to 2 inches of the vaginal canal. And this is the same thrusting technique that helped Zach last between 20 and 30 minutes with his wife. And the final technique is we are going to do 8 shallow thrusts for every 2 deep thrusts. By staying more shallow most of the time, you're creating anticipation for those deeper thrusts instead of making them the default. But more importantly, this gives you more time to stay connected to your breath and your body so you can remain calm and fully in control before increasing the intensity. And it works. I know because I struggled with PE and performance anxiety for over 15 years. And once I learned how to fix it, it changed my sex life forever. But learning how to thrust is just one piece to the puzzle. Now, if you want to know what helped me go from not lasting 1 minute to being able to last over 20 minutes plus, watch this video next, and I'll show you exactly how to transform your sex life.